Today we're going to try McDonald's new Smoky Quarter Pounder with cheese. This is their innovation. After so long, they said, let's make a new burger. We're just going to put the same Quarter Pounder with cheese and put some lettuce and tomato and bacon on it, and we'll put a smoky sauce on it. That's what's new. It's funny. There's a lot of people complaining, and I agree that just a new sauce doesn't really make a new item. And this happens at a lot of fast food places, not just McDonald's that does this. Other places do this. They add a sauce, and it's like, hey, new item. We got a new sauce. The new sauce is cool, but it's not, it doesn't really feel like a new item to me. I guess we'll have to see how it enhances this Quarter Pounder with cheese and bacon, lettuce, and tomato, which is fine. We already know that. I like Quarter Pounders. I don't love them. I'm glad that they switched to making them fresh and all that good stuff, but I think, honestly, based because of my nostalgia and the way I grew up, I kind of like just getting a double cheeseburger instead of a Quarter Pounder. And I like Big Macs better than a Quarter Pounder, but I still think a Quarter Pounder is a fine burger overall. Nothing special, at least to me, but maybe the smoky sauce, which is the addition, will make it a little bit more interesting. Let me open this up and I'll show you. There's the smoky sauce. You really can't tell from that exactly what it's going to be like. It's got some kind of peppers in it. It smells a little smoky. It looks like it maybe has paprika in it. That's about all I can really tell by eye, is that it maybe has some paprika. There's some red specks, and it smells all right. It smells smoky. But usually my problem with smoky sauces and smoky things in general is they'll use liquid smoke. And no hate against liquid smoke. Sometimes it's good to put a dash in some things if you're making them, if you're making some like beans at home or something. But I honestly kind of hate the way that liquid smoke tastes, especially when you put it in too high of a concentration. If you just put a little bit in there to add like a slight smokiness, that's fine. But I feel like I can taste the difference between something that's really smoked and liquid smoked, and the liquid smoke's a bit of a turn off. But you know, hopefully we'll be okay here. We got the bacon, lettuce, and tomato. I think it'll make a fine combination, but really it's all about the smoky sauce. So let me just take a bite and see what it adds to a classic, the Quarter Pounder with cheese. I want to say I'm disappointed, but I really wasn't expecting too much. I think that it's good. I just don't know if it's really better than a Quarter Pounder on its own. I guess maybe slightly. Maybe I put it slightly above a regular Quarter Pounder. It's a nice difference in taste, I suppose. But I really feel like it's not doing that much heavy lifting like I was kind of expecting. The sauce is, I'm 99% sure it's mayo-based. It has a very mayo-like texture and quality. It's creamy, but it's not actually a smoke. It smells more smoky than it tastes, which is odd. And the real problem it suffers from is a thing a lot of sauces suffer from, for me personally, which is that it has a slight sweetness to it, which I really feel like does not belong on a burger. You know, people make arguments all the time about what goes on a burger. Some people like peanut butter on a burger. I've never done it. I'd be willing to try it. If one of these places wanted to do a peanut butter on a burger thing, I would definitely try it. But there's something I feel that crosses the line. When you're coming with a sweetness, I feel like it crosses the line a little bit when it comes to a burger. Maybe it can be done well, but I don't think I've ever seen it done well personally. I just don't know why they would add a sweetness to this sauce, because I think the sauce overall, like I said, it's good. It has a nice mild smokiness, a little bit of that paprika. I think it's paprika. It could be chili pepper. It's got a tiny bit of spice, but not a lot. I feel like it could actually use a little bit more. I feel like that's the direction they should have leaned in, was like a spicy smoky sauce. But instead they went with it's almost like, kind of like their mac sauce, but with a weird other sweetness to it. I guess you could say mac sauce is a little bit sweet, and I do like mac sauce on a burger. But this is a little bit different. It's just a tad bit off. I think it has the potential to be really good. I just don't like the little bit of sweetness you get with the mild smoky sauce. And it just seems kind of too mild to really make that much of an impact. I would have expected something that they're labeling as the Smoky Quarter Pounder and saying, hey, we got a new smoky sauce, that the smoky sauce would be a bit more of a heavy hitter. But it does encompass the burger. Like when you take a bite, you mostly taste the sauce off the bat, which is fair. But it's just not that strong of a flavor. When you're mixing these things together, I feel like, you know, I don't want to get into too technical details because I'm not a chef. I don't know anything about how to really combine flavors. I just know what I like and what I think tastes good personally. But in my opinion, when you're making a burger, you have to think of the ratios and you have to think of the balance of flavors, and you want somebody to be able to taste each individual ingredient in the burger and also the coalescence of all of them together, and you want those all to hit. And it's in this case, it doesn't. The sauce kind of overtakes the rest of it, but it doesn't provide a cohesive flavor of everything together. It doesn't bind the burger together like I think a good sauce should. It just kind of overpowers it, but with a weird, mildly smoky sweet sauce that I don't think deserves to be overpowering the burger, if that makes sense. So I don't know what I'm going to give it. I think I'll go with a 3. I think you're not going to be like too disappointed if you go out and try it. If you want to go to McDonald's and get one, it's okay. I just don't think it's really going to blow anybody away or be anybody's new favorite or anything like that. People are just going to forget about it because that's what it is. It's a mediocre, kind of forgettable sauce. So if you want to pick it up at McDonald's, it's a little pricey. I think it was $6.59 at my McDonald's for the burger, and the meal was like $10 or something like that. But pro tip, at least for me, in the app, there was a deal for a $6 quarter pounder meal, and you could sub the quarter pounder for this Smoky Quarter Pounder. So that's what I did. I got the meal for $6. I don't regret paying that price. I think that's a fair price, but if I paid $6 just for the burger, I'd be a little bit more disappointed. So I'm gonna go with a 3. Check it out if you think you're, if you're interested, if you're somebody who does a lot of fast food and stuff like that, which you might be if you watch this. It's worth trying, I suppose, but I don't think it's gonna blow anybody away or be anybody's new favorite, item. So that's the Smoky Quarter Pounder from McDonald's, and I will see you all next time.